Hey, how's it going, all you most amazing people? I'm Landon Dallasing, and welcome back to a brand new most amazing top 10 video. Before we get into this one, I want to know what is something that you wish you knew when you were younger. Let me know your answers in the comments section below. I would love to read them. So as it turns out, there are a lot of myths that we were told when we were younger that were not true. There are so many different types of misconceptions in the world, and I'm here to tell you guys the truth. Finally, the truth. So here are the top 10 most popular myths you still believe. And let me know if you guys believe any of these ones. Starting us off, number 10, sugar causes children to be hyper. A lot of parents believe if they feed sugar to their kids, they will become out of control and hyperactive. Well, the truth is there isn't much evidence to suggest that sugar is the cause of the increase in activity. When we eat sugar, it goes to the bloodstream where it will send those sugars to the muscles and internal organs and then store the rest for later. The thing that leads to hyperness is caffeine. So if your kids are eating chocolate, then they will become hyperactive. So it's not necessarily the sugar. Number 9, dogs are colorblind. Contrary to popular belief, dogs actually have better color vision than we originally thought. They can see blues and greens, and they can also have more rods in their eyes so they can see better in low light situations. The myth probably circulated because dogs have fewer cones in their eyes, which are the color sensing cells. So in reality, their color vision is only about 1/7 as vibrant as ours, but they are able to see colors. Lightning never strikes the same place twice, and this comes in to number 8. Lightning is an enormous electric discharge that hits the earth, and no, it doesn't care if it hit a certain spot or not. Taller objects such as skyscrapers and trees are targeted the most, and in fact, the Empire State Building gets hit by lightning about 100 times a year. So don't be talking to me about lightning doesn't hit twice. Up next, number 7 is swimming after eating. When you are a kid, your parents probably told you that you have to wait at least half an hour after you eat before you can swim again. Despite this common misconception, our bodies are adapting to swim while digesting food. Of course, you might get nauseous if you exert yourself too quickly, but that has nothing to do with you swimming in the water. Carrots will improve your vision, and this comes in to number 6. This was actually a myth that was a product of World War II propaganda. The British claimed that the reason their soldiers had great night vision was because of carrots, because they like to eat a lot of carrots. However, the British government promoted this as a way to distract people from the real reason why their soldiers had better night vision. Their fighter pilots all had radars in their planes, which made it easier for them to see their enemies, and not because they like to eat carrots. Number 5 slides into shaving. A lot of people believe that if you shave your legs, your hair will grow back thicker and darker. I believe this. Women are often told this myth when they are young, and this is a time where they're just starting to shave their legs. However, shaving frequently will have no effect on the density of your hair. Shaving can, however, stimulate hair growth where it didn't exist before, which is why you should be careful where you shave. Eating chocolate will give you acne, and this pops in at number 4. Pimples or acne are caused by acne vulgaris, which is a bacterial strain that fills your pores and follicles when they become clogged with oils or dirt. This buildup leads to skin irritation and pimples. These pimples are aggravated by food that are high in dairy and sugar. So really, it's not the chocolate that is making you break out, it's actually dairy. Number 3 brings us to cracking your knuckles will give you arthritis. Can you guys do that? I used to, not right now for some reason. We've all heard this one before, and I'm here to tell you that this isn't true. A lot of people think that when you crack your knuckles, you are grinding your bones together, but this isn't the case. The noise actually comes from bubbles in air and gas that burst inside of the joints. However, you shouldn't continue to crack your knuckles because it can lead to inflexibility and ligament damage down the road, and not arthritis. Camels store water in their humps, and this comes in to number 2. So as it turns out, camels do not store water in their humps. The humps are actually used as a fat reservoir. The fat stored in their humps allow camels to travel days through the desert without stopping for something to eat. Me, I can't last an hour. I need food like every hour on the hour, or I am going to die. A camel can carry up to 80 pounds of fat, and after a long journey through the desert, the camel will have a hump that is floppy and bends over to one side. That's when it needs food. Finally, at number 1 is swallowing gum. The common myth that if you swallow gum, it will take 7 years to digest. Well, this myth is highly believed, and I believe this one. I don't care if it's myth busted, this is true to me. However, when you swallow gum, you actually don't even digest the gum at all. There isn't much in chewing gum that the human body can break down, so the gum is just transported through the body as waste. Well, there you guys have it. Thank you guys so much for watching this video, and I'll see you guys all in the next one.